people that's not even in Texas, you know, that's invested in this, you know. So yeah, it's a sad. This is a sad case, you know. Understand that someone that family is grieving. That man is making he just going around here just doing whatever, and everybody want everybody to feel sorry for him and say, oh, people provoked him. People, you know, regardless, you shouldn't even be putting yourself in that place. You know, how is that okay for them to be parading around on these social media sites and they have an open case? There's an open case. The case is not closed. You know, people think because an indictment has come down that's it, that the case is over. Like they have thrown Camilo up under the bus. They think that's the end all to end all. So please explain, what does this mean? What can be done next and all of this stuff? Like,
Okay, ma'am. You have just identified something that everybody's not looking at, ma'am. You just said that this is an open case, which means that all of the information is available to the public. And because all of the information is available to the public, anybody can go to the police department under the case number, get the case number, which is the incident report number, and ask for a copy of any statements that were written, made, or given to any criminal detective in this case. Now, each of the three guys who survived this, they gave a statement to the police or the criminal investigator. And that statement has to outline the facts in this case to determine if whether or not a crime was being committed against Mr. Anthony or whether or not he committed a crime. And this is where the facts have to come from. So the public got access to that information because this is a public trial, a public case. So with that, we can get access to those reports, and we can use those reports to determine what information did go to the grand jury. And if we can see that the false information went to the grand jury, we are the public, we can take this case to the judge of this court and ask the judge of this court to assign us a special prosecutor and to have this case dismissed based upon the lack of probable cause and insufficient evidence. So that's where we have to start. We have to go back to the beginning, ma'am, to beat this case before it even go to a jury. We're not even trying to go to no jury because we see that the district attorney's office has favors with the grand jury, with the jury and the grand jury. So we're asking for anybody listening to this podcast to contact the police department, get access to the name of the criminal investigator, and get access to the case number, which is the incident report number, and ask for copies of the incident report written by him and any statements that were given by any witness to this case to determine what information was presented in those statements. And if it shows that a crime was being committed by the persons to which Anthony defended himself, we are using that information to ask that this case be dismissed based upon false information being presented to the grand jury by the district attorney's office.
mm,
And that's where we have to start, ma'am, from the beginning. Because it's obvious that the prosecutor rushed this case to get an indictment.
yeah, he's up for election. He's up for re-election.
Okay. Well, he rushed this case and got a true bill indictment. It's a difference in just getting an indictment. He got a true bill indictment stating that all of the facts presented to him and the grand jury were true. So now, how do we dispute that? Well, we go and get a copy of the same reports that he got that was presented to him by the criminal investigator, and we read them ourselves. And if we see that based upon those statements, that certain information was withheld from the grand jury, then we can demand for this case to be dismissed. And it will be dismissed because the law will override any judge, any district attorney, or anybody in this case, man. That's all we have to do. But we have a right to a free trial hearing.